said a lot about
No,
sources that you've cited versus propaganda from various governments, and I imagine that a lot of the propaganda is written to look very similar to what you're citing as appropriate sources and to act like facts. And my question is, how do you personally differentiate between facts and facts? Like, how do you decide what you want to trust?
Are you an MIT student?
Yes.
Okay, so you've taken science courses.
Yes.
How do you decide what to believe? It's the same in this case. You know, you don't believe every paper you see in the journals because some of them don't seem to make sense. And if they don't, you look back and see whether their data are correct and are the sources right. Was the doctor who wrote it in the pay of the drug companies and so on and so forth. Sure, that's the same here. You just use the normal common sense that you use when you act as a scientist. I mean, it's a little different in the case of public affairs than science. I mean, Mother Nature is a hard taskmistress, but she doesn't purposely put up barriers in the way of understanding, okay, as when you're reading, say, the press or academic work and so on. But it's pretty, on the other hand, it's a lot easier in the case of public affairs because it's all on the surface. You know, there's no theories to speak of. I mean, try to find a theory in international relations theory. What's called a theory is laughable. You read just what's called just war theory. I could go through details if you like, but what it comes down to is I believe. You know, that's the way every argument runs. So it's all on the surface. Everything that I talked about today is on the surface. You can check it. It's just, you know, like bare data. If you don't think it's right, look it up. That's why I continually said verify it. Very simple. You'll find plenty of propaganda, like a couple of examples that I read. But you can also find the facts, and you can make your own mind. It's way easier than in the sciences in that respect, though harder in that you have to overcome barriers. But there's no special tricks. In fact, you know them all if you've taken science courses.